Ever since the day that you went away, you went away.
Hi guys, if you're new here, my name is Andra. I make commentary and lifestyle videos. I've been actually very active in this past few days, but it's all actually been pre-filmed because in the past week or so I've been having a really bad flu, hopefully, to the point where my workplace has recommended that I call someone to get a COVID test just in case, because if you don't know me, I work as an interpreter for patients or just different people who do not speak English here in England, and I translate for them from my language, Romanian. And a lot of that work is in hospitals, so obviously a lot of immunocompromised people around and a lot of disease around, so it's not that impossible. So far, I've been having a really bad cough to the point where my throat is hurting now when I speak. That's why I didn't film. I want to film a lot of stuff. But I thought maybe just turn this whole experience into an educational experience for you guys. If you are based in the UK and you don't know how the procedure works to get a COVID test, I can walk you through it. And my normal videos will be coming back soon, hopefully, if I feel better. But I'm actually dressed up now, just because I need to drop off the COVID test. So yeah, I haven't left my pajamas in like a week. It all started when I started to have these really bad migraines after one day at work when I actually got caught in the rain. So I came home soaking wet and my head started to hurt. And then the next day I started to have nausea. I felt like I was gonna throw up, so I was just in bed like all dizzy, the room was spinning and I was gonna throw up. And when I went to bed, the nausea disappeared the next day, so I didn't have any nausea. I had headaches since then, but they weren't that bad. So this happened last Wednesday, the 30th of September, so that was just over a week ago when my symptoms started appearing. And I started to have a cough about, I think, on Friday, and it wasn't that bad. Like, it was just a normal cough. Like, I could feel that it was just an average cold, but the cough started to gradually increase up to the point where I think on Monday I started to have just coughing fits that I couldn't breathe anymore. My throat was hurting. My throat here, you could feel it like really swollen. So because I knew I work with a lot of people who are immunocompromised, I need to be responsible. Even if I don't have COVID, I still need to get tested, because if I go and I have it, I work with new mothers, babies, cancer patients, just elderly people in general. Like, it's dangerous for them, even if it's not for me. And I haven't had fever or anything like that, so just the headaches and the coughing. So I assumed it's not COVID, but best to be sure. So I rang my workplace and they just said, ring 111. 111 is the emergency number, I think, for hospitals. And I rang them. I was on the line for about half an hour, so it was quite a long time. But they were very nice. They explained to me everything. They do take your details over the phone though. So if you call them, I think it's best to go through with the test, even if you might not want to, because they do take down your address, your name, your date of birth, and like a lot of other information like ethnicity and like other things. And it's just irresponsible if they have you in their database and then they find out you're not respecting social distancing guidelines, then you might get in trouble. So I would just say, call them only if you're sure. And then they told me to apply for it online. And you have two options. You can get a test kit at home, or you can go through the whole procedure of going to one of the hospitals where they do the test. I think some of them do the mobile test, so you can be in your car. I don't drive, so for me it's just more comfortable to do it at home. So I ordered one at home. You go on the government website where you order the test kit, and they ask you a lot of questions once again about yourself, about your living situation, if you live with other people. So I live with my parents and they don't have any symptoms, so it might not be COVID. But if it is COVID, they would have to self-isolate even if they don't have the symptoms. But if you live with someone who is positive and you don't have symptoms yourself, you're not really allowed to request a test. And it's the same if you've been in contact with someone who has COVID. Do not ask for a test unless they notify you, because I think you're gonna get in trouble. And the NHS already doesn't have that many tests for the whole population that is here, so they're trying to limit it to people who actually have symptoms. That is why I wanted to double check with a specialist before I do it. Because yeah, I work in hospitals, but I'm not a doctor, I'm not a medical professional, I don't have the qualifications to decide that for myself. So I thought I don't want to waste the resources of the NHS, because there's already been problems with masks and other things, and I'm responsible in that regard, I think. So I went online, I applied, and I'm gonna show you the application process because it all involves entering your personal data. But it's super easy. I'm gonna put the website somewhere on the screen so you guys can see that. And after that, you receive an email confirmation that your test is on its way. So I chose the home kit, and I think I applied yesterday, so that would be Wednesday the 7th at around 4 p.m. And at 4 a.m. I got an email while I was sleeping, but when I woke up I saw it. You know, your test kit is gonna be delivered. And last night at about 9 p.m. or something, I got a text message on my phone as well saying, you know, from the postal service saying your test kit is gonna be delivered by 12 p.m. which is really quick for a turnaround that you expect. You know, the postage services during the UK pandemic have been just really, really bad. It's just, there's no other word. Obviously this is urgent, but I just expected it to take 48 hours, but it actually took less than 24 hours, which is amazing. And I received the kit. I'm gonna show you everything, but not the applications online, because obviously that is personal data. They give you a manual with everything, and they explain it to you. There are several steps. So the first step is just to find the nearby priority post box that is near you. And I've been checking them, because you're not allowed to go in a post office if you have symptoms, obviously, because you could get them ill. So you just put it in a post box. And I was checking them. A lot of them actually close at 9 a.m., which is super early. It's like insanely early for a service to close at that time. You have to go at like what, 6? And because of that, I had to find ones that close later, and I found a few that closed around 4 or 5, so I'm going for one of them. It's just 2 now, so I have plenty of time to get the test and get everything done. And they recommend that you take the test on the same day that you put it in the post office, because obviously it needs to be fresh, the sample. The next thing that you have to do is register your kit details online, and you have a website, put it on a screen, but they have it for you here. You need the number on the email, and you need some other information that you're gonna find in the package. And after you do that, you just get the test. And for the test, I'm gonna show you what they gave me, because I don't want to do the test in front of the camera. They give you this. This is just the swab that you use, and then they give you the sample, and it already has like a liquid in it, so I assume you just leave it, you don't mix it, you don't fuck with it. And this thing is to absorb the liquid if there is any spillage. And they give you the package where you can put it, sealable. And when you put the package, I believe this is not a package that you need to use. I think this is just what they were put in. I'm gonna check it again on the instructions. But they give you this and this to lock the package. And it looks super easy. You're supposed to only do it for like a minute or so. And they recommend that you use a mirror, because you need to swab your tonsils, which you can only see up close with like a mirror or something else inside of your throat. And after that, you use the same swab to put it inside your nose. Only one nostril, but you need both tonsils. I don't know why, but that's what it says, so that's what we're gonna do. And then you just rip the end of the stick for the swab and put it in the little sample bottle and then you post it, and you should receive the results in 48 hours. I'm gonna do it off screen, but I will come back in the following days with the results, because I feel like that would be like a cool way to end it. Hopefully it's negative. I think it is negative, but it's best to be safe than to just go and contaminate other people and give them COVID, you know. So I'll see you in a few days. Alright, so it's literally the next day, and I have received an email and a text that the test has come back negative, which is a big relief, because I can go back to work now. However, I think if there is one thing that you should take away from this is to be careful, even if you think that you don't have it, because now flu season is approaching, or it's already started. So you might think that, okay, it's just a flu. But I think it's best to be safe. because you don't know, even if it doesn't affect you, you don't know how it can affect the people around you. And I was pleasantly surprised actually with how fast they moved with the test, because usually things in England compared to my home country are kind of slow. Just the people are generally slower. So I didn't expect it to come back in just a bit over 24 hours, which was amazing. So thank you, NHS. And I'll see you guys next time. I'm actually gonna film something right now exposing someone. So it's back to the usual schedule. I'm still a bit ill, so please bear with me, but I'm gonna try my best because a lot of things have been happening since I got ill and I couldn't film. So I'm a bit behind, but if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel for more commentary, lifestyle, and just general stuff, and I'll see you next time.
Ever since the day that you